Hey, what's up everybody? This is VisitJoan, and this video is going to be a little bit different just because this is only the outside of this building, because honestly, I right now have no desire to furnish the inside, but I wanted to get it out sometime in 2019. So, here we are. Anyway, this is basically a Scala egg column house. So, Scala egg column is a world from Kingdom Hearts 3, which was released at the beginning of this year. And it's where the final battle of the game takes place. And it's this absolutely beautiful world that basically is kind of like, it's just one big ocean, it's always sunny, but inside this ocean are basically like little mountains. I think I've seen it called that on like Kingdom Hearts Wiki. Oh my goodness, I almost said Sims Wiki. Wow. But anyway, and basically these mountains are completely covered in these buildings, these white and gold buildings with green roofs. And there's basically like I don't even know. They say like almost infinite number of them, although I really don't know how that would be even possible, but okay, you know? And basically at the top of each of these mountains is this little like castle, or what they call on Kingdom Hearts Wiki a citadel. And so, you know, you would get between each of these little mountains on a vast array of like these cable cars. So what I did was I created what would be kind of like at the very top of one of these mountains. And it was basically the little castle citadel thing and a level of like little buildings below. And I didn't do the main one on the main island just because that was just so fancy. And honestly, there are tons of these buildings in Kingdom Hearts that just seem to defy gravity. And that was one of them. And you know, when I first saw the Magic Realm in The Sims 4, I'm just sitting there thinking, this looks like it came out of Kingdom Hearts because of the whole defying gravity feature. But anyway, instead of that main castle thing, I decided to go for a castle that was on like a nearby island because it was more actual doable in this game. And I picked like a variety of different styles of the little buildings to go around it. And there was one, actually, the first one I tried to do was kind of like two little hexagonal buildings at the end of like kind of like a long rectangle. And I did that, and when I went to the top-down view and looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, this looks way too much like a certain part of the body, if you know what I mean. See, YouTube, this is not made for kids, okay? So don't even think about fining me, people, okay? But yeah, I pretty much deleted that because I just no, it was funny, but I'm like, no, I really don't want that there. But, anyway, you guys, Scala egg column used to be, like, a seat of power for Keyblade wielders, so I'm guessing that this is where they used to train, and that's what I kind of created this build to be like kind of like a college dorm where you have, like, all, like, the little dorm rooms in the little buildings, like, around it, and in the middle is, like, the communal area with the kitchen and the recreational area and stuff like that. So, Keyblade wielders used to train here, but by the time Sora, Donald, and Goofy get here at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, the place is like completely abandoned, and we have absolutely no idea what happened, because there really is a lot we just don't know about this world, because they like had just introduced it for like the final battle of this game, and they didn't really tell us anything other than it was a seat of power, and it's apparently the nexus from which all worlds spring, whatever that means. But we also know, if you know anything about the story of Kingdom Hearts, and I'm not going to go over that here because, let's face it, we'll be here all day. According to legend, the several different worlds of the Kingdom Hearts universe were once one world. And there was a Keyblade War in which several Keyblade wielders, lots of them actually, fought over Kingdom Hearts. And Kingdom Hearts, it means different things in different games. I don't even know if there's like a complete explanation as to what it actually is. But the Keyblade wielders were fighting over light and darkness, and in the process, they broke that one world into the vast many different worlds that we're familiar with in the Kingdom Hearts series. And during the time period before the war, which was known as the Age of Fairy Tales, the hub for the Keyblade wielders was this place called Daybreak Town. And Daybreak Town had this huge, giant clock tower building in the middle of it. And in Kingdom Hearts 3, there's this one part during the final battle where Sora and company, they get, like, tossed underwater. And they have to battle underwater. And while you're swimming around under the main island of Scala egg column, you can see the Daybreak Town clock tower hanging upside down. And I really just discovered this like 30 minutes ago when I was looking up information to do this voiceover at the last minute. But there are several theories as to why this is. And the one that kind of makes the most sense is that this is where all the worlds came from, which may go back to the whole Nexus thing. Like, I don't even know what the word Nexus means, but I looked it up like 15 minutes ago, and I don't remember the definition. So, but long story short, Scala at Caelum is probably what used to be known as Daybreak Town. And then something else happened. We don't exactly know what, but, when we get there with Sora and co., it's completely abandoned. And, there's a lot we just don't know about this world. And it's, like, just really kind of, like, because it's frustrating. Because it's, this amazing concept for a world. And yet we know so little about it. It's just, like, they'll probably, get into it in a future game. But that's not going to be out for a couple of years, probably. So we'll just have to speculate for a while, and hopefully one of these ideas somebody comes up with turns out to be correct. But if you know anything about Tetsuya Nomura, you would know that when he's writing something, we're always in for a surprise. So, the real answer may just come completely out of nowhere and just be nothing remotely close to anything that anybody has thought of. And there was actually another world from the original Kingdom Hearts game called Hollow Bastion, which was basically a world that had fallen to darkness. And some people think maybe that there's nobody in Scala at Caelum because it fell to darkness. But when you look at Hollow Bastion, you can clearly see that is basically the remains of a castle. It's in ruins, and there's like a whole bunch of, I don't even know what you would call it. Like, there's Heartless everywhere, and there's, it doesn't look like an intact world. But Scala at Caelum definitely looks like an intact world. So I don't think it fell to darkness, so to say. But who knows what actually happened. And as you can see right now, I am putting in all the little fancy doors and windows. And yes, I came up with this idea kind of like back in July that I wanted to do this, but I kind of like just put it off because I had other things I was doing and I was trying to get out, finish Trouble in Paradise and stuff like that. But I finally got around to it, and then I decided, I should probably wait till the release of Realm of Magic, because, as you can see, those fancy doors and windows do come in handy for this build. But after that, I was kind of like, like floor planning the inside. And then I figured, you know what? There isn't really all that much to do in, like, communal areas in this game yet. There's foosball and arcade machines and darts, and Don't Wake the Llama, and things like that. So I decided maybe I should just wait for the release of University, because then it will probably come with more, group activities to do, because it came with a lot of that in, like, The Sims 3, but so far, all I know is that we're getting a soccer ball and a ping pong table, so, you know what, I just don't have any desire to furnish this at this time. I don't know, when University does come out in, like, less than 24 hours now, I might be, like, so obsessed with building like I was when Island Living came out that I just might end up furnishing it anyway. And if that's the case, I will do it off camera and then do a tour of it. But anyway, what I was going for with this build is, I guess I realized that I could have made, like, a little mountain and done, like, little miniature buildings for it, but then I really wanted this building to be, like, functional, to actually function as, like, little mini apartments or, like, dorm rooms, So I only decided to do, like, a layer on top. And I wanted, each little residential area to be different. Some have 2 stories, some have 1. There's this one hexagonal one, which was really a pain in the butt to put the stairs on, which I did off camera. But this build is actually almost done, so I'm going to leave you guys here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, you can follow me on social media. If you want to see behind-the-scenes fun facts and just stuff about everyday life, follow me on Instagram at VisitJoan. And for opinions about The Sims, follow me on Twitter at VisitJoanVideos. But anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. See you in the next video, everybody. Bye!